I just finished talking about the speech of Donald Trump last night in another video. And I want to talk about this statement that was made on Fox News yesterday by a sitting United States Senator for Virginia, Mark Warner. I don't want to be the guy who is constantly complaining about the lack of leadership in the Democratic Party. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be a guy who is rah, go for it. This is what we need. I want to be like I am with AOC and others. But they're making that impossible for me. When this clip yesterday, Mark Warner justifying his attendance of Donald Trump's speech on Fox News, and if you haven't seen this, brace yourself for some of the most anticipatory obedience you've ever seen, where he literally says, I may disagree with the president, but I respect the office of the president. I'm probably not going to be jumping up and applauding a lot, but maybe I will. But I owe him his due as president. Let me tell you, Mark Warner, you don't owe Donald Trump shit. Donald Trump wouldn't piss in your mouth if it was on fire, yet you owe him. Oh, due deference, Mr. President. I'm going to show up to your speech because what? When are Democrats going to learn Republicans don't give a single king's fuck about them or about us or about the country? They're not going to treat you special because you obeyed and you went to the speech, and I might not clap very much, but I'm certainly going to clap at things. We're going to find common ground. We're still doing this? You're still crawling, prostrating yourself before Donald Trump? What are we doing here? You're a United States Senator who's been in office since the mid-2000s. A senator, the closest thing I have to a representative living in Washington, D.C. and being taxed without representation, the thing we fought a revolution for, ostensibly. So let's get it. Anyway, here this is. And I want you to really to focus in on the fact of not just what he says, but where he says it. He went to Fox News to say this. Not CNN, not MSNBC, not releasing a video on his Twitter or on his YouTube channel. He went to Fox News to signal, I'm one of the good ones. I owe the president. Oh, kissing the ring and bending the knee. Mark Warner from Virginia. Watch this.
I may disagree with the president, but I respect the office of the president. And, you know, I'm probably not going to be jumping up applauding a lot, but I owe him his due as a president to lay out. And if he'd come in and done things like, the president's made great progress on border crossings. That's something we ought to celebrate. But basically declaring economic war on Canada and Mexico, and to see the price effects at the same time that we're walking away from the traditional support for democracies around the world, that's not about lowering grocery prices. I believe President Trump got elected because of the border and trying to lower prices. On the border, I give him good marks. On lowering prices, I think you're going to see the absolute opposite over the next 30 days.
A fascist is great when he does good things at the border. First of all, good things at the border have not happened. Donald Trump has not accomplished anything. Donald Trump is a sounding board for propaganda. And you, Mark Warner, Senator Mark Warner, again, the closest thing I have to a senator, you're failing. You are missing the moment as you go to the propaganda network, the state media outlet, like this is North Korea or something, like this is Russia Today, RT, and you signal I'm going to find common ground. I owe Donald Trump that much. You don't owe Donald Trump shit. And the fact that you're willing to be this obsequious is alarming. How many of Trump's nominees did you vote for, Mark Warner? Why do you respect the office of the president more than the man who holds the office does? Let's get beyond this, my good friend across the aisle. We just have disagreements about policy. Donald Trump wants to destroy the lives of millions of people. He wants to give massive tax cuts, heaping wealth upon the already wildly, immorally wealthy. But you're going to find common fucking ground, Mark Warner? What are we doing here? Where is the leadership? Where's the actual resistance? Because I'm having a real hard time finding it. What do you think? I'm going to end it there. Comment below. Am I being too harsh? Do you live in Virginia? Is this your guy? Tell me where I'm wrong. Somebody tell me where I'm wrong. They, especially in the Senate, they have an opportunity here to push back against the agenda of Donald Trump. In the House, they have less options. I know I said it was going to be done. They have fewer options in the House. In the Senate, the minority does have power based on these weird, archaic rules that have been established over the course of the last 150 or so years. They have checks and balances. They have advice and consent. They could have withdrawn their support for every single nominee. In fact, they did not do that. Many who I actually respect did not do that. Many who I have little respect for, like Mark Warner, they bent the knee. They kissed the ring. They owe Donald Trump that much. They owe it to him. You owe it to what are we doing here? Comment below. Again, really, I would love some dissent. I'd love some pushback if you can find it. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054, and you can email me daily at dollemore.com. If you do appreciate with what I do here, whether you agree or not, I would appreciate it if you would consider supporting this work. You can click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. You can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Great ways to help support this work. Make sure you're subscribed. All of these things, some are monetary, like the channel memberships and Patreon. Some are free, like subscribing, sharing this video, comment on this video, liking this video, doing all the things that kind of manipulate the algorithm to sharing this content with new people. All that's great. I would appreciate it very much. Look, I'm like you. You wake up in bad moods based on what took place the night before, and this is one of those days. Sorry to pour this poison into your ear, but I think it's necessary. Not poison, it's medicine, I think. Anyway, follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there, and I will see you next time. There will be a next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.